Chapter 15. The winter dusk settled like violet silk over the city, as Avni locked up the newsroom and pulled her scarf tight against the cold. She was alone. Most of the staff had left hours earlier, but a last-minute lead about a secret slush fund meeting had kept her glued to her desk. The tip-off claimed senior figures, those same men who'd lost fortunes to the Khanna scandal, were gathering tonight at an abandoned riverside warehouse. She should have waited for backup. Instead, righteous fire and lingering guilt that she hadn't filed anything big in weeks drove her down the empty street toward her scooter. She never reached it. A dark van screeched to a halt. Two masked men leapt out, yanking her into the sliding door before she could scream. The van roared off, tires spitting gravel. The interior smelled of gasoline and sweat. Avni's wrists were bound, phone confiscated. One man muttered, "Make the call," while the other dialed a number Avni couldn't see. "Target secured. Tell the investors the message will be loud." Those words chilled her blood. They weren't after hush money. They wanted retribution. Arjun was reviewing foundation grant applications when his phone rang with an unknown number. He nearly ignored it until a distorted voice crackled. "We have your journalist's wife. Keep your mouth shut about the audit hearings, and maybe she lives." A hollow click followed. For a moment, everything inside him froze. Then instinct, pure electric, took over. He traced the call through a security app, pinpointing a signal bounce near the old river warehouses. He phoned the police commissioner, an ally since the scandal, briefly explaining the abduction and begging for rapid response. But red tape, jurisdiction, manpower. It would take at least an hour. He couldn't wait an hour. Grabbing the emergency pack he kept by the door, flashlight, first aid kit, and the licensed pistol the threats had made necessary, Arjun tore into the night. His mind replayed every moment with Avni. Her laugh when she outdebated a TV anchor. The softness in her voice when she'd murmured, "We share the weight." None of it could end here. Not when he loved her. Yes, loved her. More fiercely than anything he had ever guarded in his life. The warehouse district lay silent, but for the river's icy rush. Arjun killed his headlights 2 blocks away and moved on foot, hugging shadows. Moonlight caught a black van near a corrugated steel shed. 2 men stood smoking outside a half-raised door. He crouched behind a stack of rusted barrels, adrenaline pounding. From inside the shed, he heard muffled voices. One of them Avni's, defiant even through fear. "You think silencing me will stop the story? More reporters will come." A thug snarled. "But they'll know there's a price." Arjun slipped to the side entrance, testing the knob locked. He scanned for windows. High, grimy, one cracked open for ventilation. He climbed a pile of crates, ignoring the bite of splinters, and eased himself through. His feet hit concrete silently. Inside, a single floodlight illuminated Avni tied to a chair in the center, 3 men pacing. One raised a camera, likely planning a horrifying confession video. Arjun stepped from the shadows, gun leveled. Let her go. All 3 whirled. For a heartbeat they hesitated, recognizing the disgraced heir they blamed for their financial ruin. "Shoot him," the leader barked. A thug drew his weapon, too slow. Arjun fired a warning shot into the rafters. Debris rained down, startling them. He advanced, voice steel cold. "Drop it or the next one doesn't miss." The gun clattered to the floor. Outside, tires screamed, police reinforcements arriving sooner than promised. Sirens wailed, echoing off tin walls. The kidnappers panicked. 2 bolted for the back, where officers tackled them. The leader lunged for Avni as a shield. Arjun fired again, hitting the floor inches from the man's boots. "Enough!" The kidnapper raised trembling hands. Officers burst in and cuffed him. Suddenly it was over. Arjun rushed to Avni, slicing her bonds with shaking hands. She sagged into his arms. His heart nearly shattered at her tear-streaked face. "Are you hurt?" "No," she whispered hoarsely. "You came." He cupped her cheeks. "I will always come." Hours later, in the townhouse living room, Avni sat wrapped in a blanket while a police medic finished cleaning a rope burn on her wrist. The officers left them privacy and promises of tight security. Silence settled, heavy with unspoken emotions. Arjun knelt in front of her. His voice cracked. He tried again. "When they called, I realized something with perfect clarity. Nothing matters if I lose you." The contract, the scandals, the foundation. Meaningless without you safe. Avni's throat tightened. I was so scared I'd never see you again. And all I could think was, I never told you the whole truth about my feelings. He took her hands, gaze raw. Avni, I love you. This marriage started as protection. But somewhere between chai at dawn and silent promises, you became my entire world. If you walk away now, I'll still spend my life protecting you. But if there's even a chance. She silenced him with trembling fingers on his lips. I love you too, stubbornly, inconveniently, completely. Tears slipped free, but her smile was radiant. Let's tear up the contract. Let's stay married because we choose it. Relief and joy surged through him. Are you sure? Absolutely. He kissed her, gentle, reverent lips tasting of salt, tears, and unstoppable hope. She leaned into him, feeling the solid beat of his heart. Her refuge, her partner. When they parted, she pressed her forehead to his. We'll still face threats. Then we'll face them together, he promised. She laughed softly. Journalist and reformer, married by strategy, saved by love. Outside, dawn approached, brushing the sky with first rose gold. Inside, two people, once enemies then allies, now soulmates, sat entwined on the couch, planning a future no longer defined by contracts or fear, but by a love tempered in truth and tested in fire.